If you are a health at every size, body trust, intuitive eating, fat liberation, fat positive advocate of any kind, one of the most important things that you can do right now, as far as advocacy and changing the media narrative around bodies, is to sign up for HARO. HARO is the Help a Reporter Out list. It's an email list, and it's at helpareporter.com. And how this list works is that media outlets, including Time, the Wall Street Journal, the Globe and Mail, New York Times, Fox News, Reuters, Refinery 29, Mashable, all kinds of major media outlets, use this email list as a way to find sources. So when a reporter needs quotes for their piece they're writing about any topic whatsoever, they may turn to the Help a Reporter Out list, or HARO, to find sources. Anyone can subscribe to this list. It is free. And what happens is this list gets sent out 3 times a day: morning, afternoon, and evening, East Coast US time. And each one is a long list of reporters looking for sources on particular topics. And so when you, it is free to respond. Anyone can respond to any query that is in these emails. Just because you respond does not mean that you are necessarily going to be picked or that your quote will be used. But it is a chance to get in the media and be quoted. And I have responded to one of these, and I have worked with a reporter from this list. It was a great experience. I do not know whether the interview that I did will be used. There is no guarantee, but I'm looking forward to that article coming out so I can see whether I ended up in it. But the reason this is so important for Health at Every Size, or HAES advocates, is that this is a chance to shape the media narrative around bodies, body size, weight, health, and food. Because when reporters are looking for sources, if the only people that they're hearing from, the only experts that they hear from, are those who are based in diet culture, that's what's going to get put out as quotes in these articles. And so this is just an extraordinary chance to change that narrative. And what you will see, so how it works is, to respond, you do have to be on the email list, because otherwise, from a technical standpoint, it doesn't work if you are not subscribed already. They give you a special email address to reply to. And you do have to jump on these pretty quickly because these are reporters, they're on deadline, and usually those deadlines are pretty quick. So if you sign up, you do need to be prepared to skim that list a couple of times a day and respond within a few hours, probably. So it does require you to actually pay attention to them. But responding to these, a lot of the queries that come out in this are very diety. They're often like, what's the best kind of something, something, something when you're on a keto diet? What's the best... what are the 4 things you should never eat before age 65? It's a lot of that stuff. But the thing is that in a media world where there is, media outlets want to give the perception of being balanced and showing both sides of any particular issue. And in practice, that can be really... really crappy. How do you like my technical term? For instance, vaccine deniers are being given an equal platform with actual science about vaccines in the interest of looking fair and balanced. And so, but when it comes to diet culture and weight, there's usually not really an opposing voice. So I think it's really important and a valuable opportunity if we HAES folks come in and say, here's your opposing take. Here's your alternate perspective. Here's your ability to look fair and balanced when we talk about bodies and food. And that does not mean that I'm equating HAES to being a vaccine denier, of course. But this is the chance to come in and be the opposing viewpoint. And not every outlet is going to be interested in that. There are outlets on there that post a lot for queries, like a website called Eat This, which must be, I've never been, I don't encourage you to necessarily go and give them clicks, but they must be super diety because everything is very diet-based. And an outlet like that is probably not going to be interested in your perspective, but it can't hurt to respond. Create some boilerplate responses that you can send to people and start sending those to reporters. start being active on that list. Start watching for opportunities for you to make a difference. And the thing is that this isn't just about like helping fat people, although it also has that benefit in the long term in the big picture. But this is also about growing your business. I'm not asking you to like make a twice daily sacrifice for the fatties. Like, it's cool that, that these things help us, but that also means that you're getting in the media, you're getting interviews, you're getting quotes, which builds your expertise, it builds your thought leadership, and it drives traffic to your business. So it helps everybody. So get on that list and start responding, especially if you are a clinician, a healthcare provider. It's sort of limited opportunity for activists because mostly people are wanting quotes from people with higher ed degrees. So get in there, start talking to reporters because it makes a difference to you, your business, and the world.